This is gonna sound terrible, but like, why do ugly guys have like the prettiest girlfriends? You know, I know like when people see it, they're like out of jealousy or them just trying to make sense out of it. They're like, ah, he's probably rich as shit. you know, he's probably so rich. That's probably why. Or he's funny. he's he's definitely hilarious, bro. That's gotta be it. You know, the older you get, the more you realize that looks don't really matter as much. I know that's something like society has been experimenting with a lot. This show on Netflix called what's it? Is it Love Is Blind? Dude, they milking the hell out of that show. I don't. I think that show has like what 16 seasons. Including the USA version and all the other multiple versions. It's so easy to make reality TV show. That's why like it costs less too. That's why they spam it so much. You know, but it's like a lot of people don't really care about looks, especially when you get older. You just need someone who's gonna be there, someone who's fun to be around, and stuff like that. You know, but in your earlier days, like high school, college, and let me not speak for everyone, because even when you become an adult, people still rather have someone who just looks good and get divorced in like 6 months or a year. And I don't know if it's mainly because they just trying to like build up their ego, just to be like, hey man, I was able to get this person, or just to like compliment them, make themselves just appear bigger because they're with someone who looks so good. I was at the club one time. Well, it was a bar, and this dude, he didn't look the best. I mean, he probably looks better than me, but like he compared to the girl that he was with, he was like bald. Not that there's anything wrong with bald people, but I'm just describing him. He was bald and stuff like that. He had like what was it? Anyway, it doesn't matter what he had on, but like he didn't look like the most attractive guy in the world. And the girl, she just looked stunning. you know she looks amazing, and everyone was just like looking at them. And the most messed up part was all night he was just looking for his girl. Like seriously, like I don't know where she went, because like there was the VIP room, there was the bathroom, there was the DJ booth, and this dude was just going all over the place, everyone looking at him. And we all just like smiling and laughing at each other. I remember this one dude was like standing across from me, and the music was so loud we couldn't really talk. But like I was looking at the guy, and he was looking at the guy, and our eyes met, and we both were thinking the same thing. So we started laughing. We're just like, "Damn, where's this girl at?" Like she just keeps disappearing on him, you know. And it's like, does looks really matter? You know, because in that scenario I just described, it's like she was kind of playing him, going all over the place, talking to different guys and stuff like that. But I didn't really mean that. It's just in a scenario where the girl is with an ugly guy and she doesn't care. Because there's some scenarios where, and it can be vice versa. It doesn't have to be the guy's ugly. It can be the guy's attractive. And ugly sounds like a terrible word, but just like not as attractive as society standards or as your partner. Not that there's anything wrong with being with someone who's not as attractive, but it's like, just looking at it from society point of view, it's like you see someone and they're like, oh yeah, they make sense. They're both very attractive. That's cool, whatever. But it's like when you see someone, and it's like, is society changing in a way? Do people not care that much about looks anymore? Are people finally thinking like actual functioning, decent human beings? Like, let's focus on people's personality, because no one chose their looks. You know, anyone, so a terrible person could be attractive. It doesn't mean anything. You shouldn't really judge people by their looks, but you can't help it. It's literally the first thing you judge someone off. You see someone looking like they got a booger in their nose, something in their teeth. You just like, oh, look at this person. You just can't help it, and that doesn't make you a terrible person. It's just how we are as human beings. But yeah, I'm just I'm just curious. Do you guys think society is changing, or the people still care about their looks and everything like that? Um, do people value personality now more, or is is the person just rich or just like funny and that's why they're in a relationship? But yeah, let me know what you guys think.